is all the above, best believe we do it better. I want the fame, the fortune, all the above. I want the checks, the moolah, all the above. From Philadelphia to New York, all the above. Man, tell them other stations they don't do it like us. I want the fame, the fortune, all the above. I want the checks, the moolah, all the above. From Philadelphia to New York, all the above. Man, tell them other stations they don't do it like us.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Angel Marie, and this is my co-host Kevin from All the Above. And this week it is time that we reveal the best of All the Above podcast guest winners. So this was a really big competition that we pretty much brought together because we have received over 600 votes. So thank you to everyone who had voted for your favorites. Thank you to all of our past guests, because without you, All the Above wouldn't be what it is today. This competition wouldn't have been made because we wouldn't have anyone to nominate. So thank you to everyone who are our loyal listeners, everyone who voted, all of our past guests, those who were nominated and not nominated. Of course, we have so many guests that we had to choose from. So we obviously based this nomination off of streams, overall engagement with the show, and their overall impact within the field that they're in, basically. So before we start with our nominees and all of the categories, we would like to give an honorable mention to Taylor Made. Taylor Made, he is pretty much like the backbone of All the Above in a way, because he is the first person you guys hear on our show. He's the last person you guys hear on our show because he is the voice behind our theme song challenge. He was our theme song challenge winner. Obviously, before all of our YouTube videos as well and all of our highlight clips, our theme song is always playing. So you constantly hear Taylor Made whenever you hear All of the Above, basically.
Very integral part of the show. Like she said, his song is what leads us in and what leads us out. So we definitely got to give him a shout out. Appreciate him, and go check him out too. Dope artist, great body of work. So appreciate you, Taylor Made.
Yes, and we will always, and we will also put his information at the bottom of the screen. So make sure you guys follow him on Instagram. So much great content he puts out there. He's also an amazing producer. So if any of you artists out there, or just people who need commercials, any type of advertisement, definitely hit up Taylor Made if you guys need any beats. Alright, so first up, we are going to do best of All the Above hip hop artists female category. So our nominees were Julie Kathos, Tammy Jean, Young Shotty, and Legendary Always. And the winner of this category was Tammy Jean. Congratulations to you.
Congratulations. This category had some incredible artists. All these hip hop artists are very dope, have great music, great body of work, and the voting was close. But ultimately, Tammy Jean came out on top with the votes. I remember that interview very well. We had an interesting discussion about Nas versus Jay-Z. She was on the Jay-Z side, I was on the Nas side, but it was a very fun conversation. I've had that conversation with a lot of people, but that's one of the things I remember from her episode. But congratulations to you, Tammy Jean, and to everyone who was nominated in that category. All of you continue to do great work, and we're looking forward to more from you.
Yeah, I loved all of our nominees as well. Each episode with every individual is always different, something exciting, something new, so you never know what to expect out of that person. With Tammy Jean, she was great as well because she was full of so much light and energy when she came to the show to record with us. She had great music, obviously. She is a great female MC, a great MC period. Doesn't have to be female. Her bars are amazing. If you guys definitely have to check out her page, we will put it down below so you guys know how to follow her as well. Show your love, congratulate her, whatever it is that you need to do. So once again, congratulations to Tammy Jean. And for our second category, it is Best of All the Above Male Hip Hop Artists. And our nominees were Feast Banga, Dill, Del P, and MC Knowledge. And the winner of that category is Del P! Congratulations to Del P.
As all the categories are, we had some great contestants in there, great nominees. I remember all these interviews. Del P, obviously, he's been at this for a while. He's an artist who's got an incredible body of work as well. One of the hardest working artists that we've seen. Feast Banger, you definitely got to check out his YouTube page. He's not just an artist, but he's a creator. He puts a lot of videos, and he's got a message that he's really impacting the youth. So, shout out to Feast Banger. Also, Dill, another artist who's got crazy numbers, platinum. So he's making huge impact in music. And then MC Knowledge, just he's a purist as far as an MC and an artist, where he's got crazy lyrics. He's about the craft. So all these artists, have some differences, and I think it was a well-rounded category. Again, congratulations to Del P, but all of these artists are very deserving of being nominated, and could have seen it go either way.
Exactly, I can agree with that. And like we said, with the female hip-hop category, obviously we had so many male hip-hop artists throughout the whole 3-year span of all the above, so that was so difficult for us to have to narrow it down to only 4 people. Obviously, we had to base off of streams, impact of the show, their overall impact within their industry and their community. So that's how we were able to narrow it down for how much they had an influence on our show as far as how many people tuned into their episode. And obviously, Del P has such a great episode as well, because you can tell that he's very raw and passionate about the authenticity of hip hop. He stayed true to like old school hip hop sound, and he doesn't try to follow mainstream trends and everything like that. He's very genuine and true to his craft. He sticks to his lane, and he doesn't try to like conform to what society wants new hip hop to be. So I appreciate that. And obviously all of our other nominees, Feast Banger, he's a beast as well, like you said. His content is so different because it brings awareness to violence in the Black community, and I feel like a lot of artists are trying to bring violence into the Black community with their music, and he's trying to reciprocate that and incorporate nonviolence for kids to look up to. MC Knowledge is such a pure, genuine soul as well. Such a great talent as well. And Dill, he's amazing as well. He always has I feel like Dill has a lot of good party innovative songs, and that's what I like about him, because he stays in his own lane as well and is really good. And for our third category, it is Best of All the Above Fashion Designers, and our nominees were Kali Shabazz, Charles J, and Devin Milan. And the winner of that category is Kali Shabazz from Darren Laney. Congratulations!
Congratulations! This was a category that we've expanded to a number of different categories in terms of the type of guests we have on. So we've had some fashion designers on. I learned a lot in those episodes in particular. I remember each and every one of them because I'm not familiar with the fashion industry, and each of them, Charles J, Kali Shabazz, Devin Milan, they are starting from from scratch, building their brand, going through the whole process. They all understand the entire industry, the entire process of marketing your product, selecting partners, fabrics, design, all of those things. It was really interesting, those episodes, and hearing some of the similarities and some of the same things that they have to work through and deal with, but also seeing how they're all creative in their own rights, and develop different types of lines, all crazy different styles and all that stuff. So not being a fashion forward person, I learned a lot. Those episodes were really interesting because I just didn't know how much goes into it. It's not simply I'm going to be a fashion designer, let me put a logo on t-shirts. These folks are people who create the entire garment from what they have in their head and their heart. So I enjoyed those.
Yeah, and I agree too, and I feel like even though they're in the fashion designer category, all 3 of them are completely different types of fashion designers. Like Devin Milan, she's more of a celebrity stylist, so she gets pieces from different clients and she pieces it together in her own way to style her clients. And she also does her own fashion design as well, where she styles her own clothes as well, but she's more so in that stylist lane where she made a name for herself. Charles J, I want to give a big kudos to him as well, because on our show he mentioned how he beat cancer, and that's already a big feat in its own. So to hear his story and how he incorporated that into his line or vein is very inspiring. And with our winner, Kylie Shabazz, she's super duper unique. She calls herself the raddest girl on the planet, you know, Dear Laney. Super duper appreciate her because she makes her own clothes from scratch, all her. She's her own boss. She does everything her own way. Definitely check out her clothes because she does like a bohemian chic kind of style. And it's perfect because, you know, it's about to be summertime. So she has a lot of rompers and jumpsuits that you guys can choose from. So definitely make sure you follow her. We're going to put her information below so you guys can know how to find Kylie Shabazz and her line, Dear Laney. And our fourth category is Best of All of the Above Female Singer and Songwriter. And our nominees were Bianca Ingram, Arlen, Moxie Knox, and Kay Amira. And the winner is Arlen! Congratulations!
Yeah, this was one of all the categories are tough. This one was one where it was really close. All of these young women have incredible music, incredible voices. Congratulations to Arlen. She's constantly out there. She's one of the hardest working artists that we've seen on our show, constantly putting out music, constantly putting out content, and, you know, pushing her music and promoting herself and getting it out there. She's got a loyal following. She performs on a regular basis. So, you know, definitely congratulations to her. But also Bianca Ingram. She's doing a lot of things. You were invited to one of the events that she puts on.
Yeah, her Amazonia Nights.
Yeah, Amazonia Nights. Unfortunately, I was unable to make that one. I want to make one of those, but she's doing incredible things and putting on productions and so on. Moxie Knox and Kay Amira, who, it's interesting too because they spread over the length of the show. Some of them came on towards the beginning of when we started, some towards the end. But Moxie Knox, she came all the way from
New York.
New York. Yeah, so we appreciate her. She came all the way from, I think, Brooklyn to be on our show. She's doing great things in New York. And Kay Amira, who we had on, the most recent one we had on, is also doing great things, making great music. So congratulations to all these ladies. But this one was a really, really close one, and we love all their music.
Yeah, this was a very tough category as well. We have so many amazing, great singers who have been a part of our show so far. So to narrow that down to 4 as well was so hard. But the 4 nominees that we had, they were all amazing. Kay Amira, she's such a sweet and bubbly personality. Her voice is amazing. And shout out to her as well because we also were invited to come to her EP listening party for Girl Next Door. Make sure you guys check that out. It was great music. Moxie Knox is constantly putting out amazing music videos for her songs. She's such a creative innovator, I feel like. I want to give an honorable mention to Bianca Ingram because it was so close. Bianca has amazing loyal fans and supporters because they were coming out of the woodworks voting for Bianca. I love Bianca's music. She's a great singer. She's a great performer as well. Obviously seeing her at Amazonia Nights and seeing how much she cares about other women in the industry is not competitive for her. She wants to see everyone win, so I love that about her. And then with our winner, Arlen, she was amazing as well. I feel like her episode stood out to me as well because on the back end story, she actually drove from New York as well to come to our show that day. And then as soon as our show was over, she drove back to New York. And I was like, so you came from New York to come here just to go right back at night? I was like, that's dedication right there.
We appreciate that.
You could tell that she's serious about her craft. She's really making a name for herself in the industry. She announced that she's currently working on a song that will be released soon with Mariah Lynn, who was formerly known for being on Love and Hip Hop New York. She's been partnered with DJ Self, so her music has been playing on the radio. So if you guys hear her, definitely give her a shout out, show her some love. We're going to put her information on the bottom of our page as well, so you guys can follow her on Instagram, listen to her music, show that love and support. And for our 5th category of Best of All the Above Male Singer-Songwriter, our nominees were Sir Jones, Townsend, Adane, and Reese. And the winner of that category is Adane. Congratulations to Adane.
Another great category with some great artists. One of the things that stands out about all four, Townsend, Reese, Adane, and Sir Jones, is they're bringing the smoothness and the love back to R&B. I noticed that about each of their interviews and their music that they shared with us. So they're kind of taking it back a little bit, where R&B is about romance and love and all of that. So congratulations to all of them. Congratulations to Adane, and look for more good music from all of you.
Yes, I loved all of our nominees as well. They all had their own kind of stamp on our show. I feel like with Sir Jones, he was interesting for me because at the end when we do our drop and we tell everyone like, hey, it's your girl Angel Marie, make sure you tune in, blah blah blah. Sir Jones do every single move I did, and I didn't realize how often I do the same thing every single week. So for him to do that, he kind of was a good memory in my head where I'm like, I can't forget this guest at all. Townsend, he was also super interested and a great guest as well. He showed up in a throwback 90s Ren and Stimpy onesie. So I was like, that was a great thing to do as well, to stand out. Reese was a great guest as well because he brought that authentic Tyrese kind of sound, a Tank with the R&B, because he likes to take it like he likes to do throwback kind of sounds, he said. And then with Adane, our winner, he was a great episode as well. I feel like Adane is just such a sweet and genuine soul. He was smiling the entire time during the interview, had me laughing the whole time. Just great music as well. He is a great dancer, great singer. So we are going to put his information at the bottom of our page so you guys can follow him on Instagram. Check out all his music, show your love and support. Definitely congratulate him as well. So for our sixth category, we have Best of All the Above Fitness Trainers. And our nominees were LMG Fit with Liza Galvin, Trio Fitness, and Avanti Bailey. And the winner is Trio Fitness. Congratulations. Congratulations
to Trio Fitness. They were actually recent guests on the show. They came in and their story was really interesting. I love how they're brothers, obviously they're triplets, and they are all doing this together. So it was good to see them working together. With LMG Fit and Avanti Bailey, they were on the show a little while ago. I think Avanti was our first fitness specialist or fitness trainer who came on. And then we had LMG Fit, who, she's a female fitness trainer. So I think we've had a nice range, and we really do like those episodes because they're not only entrepreneurs, but they're giving information that's good for the health and wellness of our guests. We really promote them so that, if somebody's interested in getting in shape or working out, and they're all a little different. So, one might work better for somebody else's, for your schedule or the type of training you want to do, and one of them might work better for someone else. So we like having a wide range, but thank you to all of them for coming on, and definitely made me feel like I need to get back in the gym.
I agree. Definitely a special shout out to Avanti Bailey because he was the first fitness trainer that we had on the show. LMG Fit because she was the first female fitness trainer that we had on the show, the only female fitness trainer we've had on the show so far. But we will be having someone soon. Obviously with this whole coronavirus, I had to get pushed back. So we'll reveal who that is when the time comes. But with Trio Fitness, shout outs to Malik, Ahmad, and Khalil. They're still being trailblazers, obviously, with this whole coronavirus. We're going to put their information below, so make sure you guys follow them, support them, congratulate them, all that jazz. They are also based in 3 different local gyms in Philly, Barry's Fitness, Rumble, there's another one, I think Unite, if I'm correct, not sure. They also partner with Lululemon a lot, so they're doing a lot of great things within the community for health and wellness. They're offering actually all of them are currently offering virtual fitness classes, so shout outs to all of you guys. In our 7th category for Best of All the Above R&B Group, and the nominees were Aviance and Verbosity, and the winner is Aviance. Congratulations, the bad girls of R&B.
Yeah, congratulations to Aviance, but also congratulations to Verbosity. These are actually the two guests that we have, are groups where they are both return guests. We've had both of them come back. So both of them came on in the very beginning, and then more recently over the last couple of months. But they're all Ambiance and Verbosity. These are all just positive young women who are putting the work in. They can sing. I'm talking about sing. Verbosity has their own touch because not only can they sing, but they can do hip hop as well. They all had some nice bars, but congratulations, man. And it's good to see, the female R&B groups out there doing their thing. So
I want to say too, shout outs to Verbosity as well, because the votes were pretty close for both. Like every time we were checking the polls, one would say Verbosity, one would say Ambiance. It was like, who's going to win this? And then as soon as the voting closed, we tallied it up, it was Ambiance, but honorable mention for Verbosity because they were killing the game as well. So definitely shout outs to all of you guys as fans and supporters. And they stay in their own lane and they still put out great content, great music. Their song Give Me a Caption was recently released, so make sure you guys check that out. Ambiance, our winners, congratulations to you ladies. They're trailblazers as well. Their voices are amazing. They give great live performances as well. Beyond Beauty and Dom Nicole, you girls call yourselves the bad girls of R&B, and they definitely are making their mark in the industry. And I love them. I felt like they both gave great episodes because it was full of light and energy. I always feel like when it's a group of individuals who come as a guest, you already know you're going to get a great episode because they bounce off of each other so well. And with Ambiance, you can tell that they seem more like, actually for both, I can't even say just Ambiance, but for Verbosity and Ambiance, they seem more as sisters and family than just a group that was put together. So that's what I love about it. It just seems genuine. In our number 8 category for Best of All the Above Hip Hop Group, the nominees were Problem Child, Varsity, and Venture Clan. And the winner is Problem Child. Congratulations to you guys.
Congratulations. This was another excellent category, Problem Child. Remember them coming on, they gave me Fuji vibes because it was two guys and a girl, had great music, but I love that dynamic when you have a group that's got guys and girls in it. So it's two guys and a girl, but all of them crazy skill, amazing music. But also Venture Clan, that was our first group from New York, first guest that we had. They came all the way from New York. And the thing I really liked about Venture Clan, the thing that stands out, is it's 3 different people, 3 different guys with 3 very different personalities and styles. But when you put them all together, it just blends in perfect. They're really creative, make really interesting videos. So they stand out as our first New York guests. And then Varsity, who we had on, I think last year. And the thing I really remember about them is that they looked at not just the music aspect, but they were very business minded as well. And they were talking about how they wanted to have the business aspect as part of the music and, kind of fuse the two and use one to help the other. So, they had a very strong business mindset. So all 3 very deserving groups. But again, congratulations to Problem Child, and hopefully they all have continued success.
Yes, and I think it's great too because all these groups are from different cities. Like Varsity, they came out of Jersey. Venture Clan came out of New York. Problem Child came out of Philly. And I think what's interesting about Venture Clan, like Kev said, they were all 3 different, completely different personalities. They had a hilarious episode actually.
Yeah.
They had me cracking up the entire time. Varsity, they have great music as well. They're still putting out content and music. Make sure you guys follow them as well. They have like a nice chill boppy hip hop vibe where you can kind of groove to it in the club, or you can just vibe with it in your car. Problem Child as well, they gave me Fuji vibes. They're still killing the game. They're always doing their whip raps on Instagram because obviously with the coronavirus, you gotta find different ways to still stay innovative, and they are definitely killing the game with that. So shout outs to Pride Zoo, Scotty Cash, and Hove Lane. You guys are our winners. In our 9th category for Best of All the Above Model/Influencer, our nominees were Amber Nicole and Blasian Baby Lola. And the winner is Amber Nicole. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Both of these young ladies are newer guests in terms of how recently both of them came on in 2020.
Yeah.
Blasian Baby Lola, she's a young lady who's really about being positive and being a good image for young girls. So shout out to her. She's got a huge loyal following. She's even got a business that she started, and I was really impressed for her to be as young as she is and already have a business mindset where she's making money and thinking about building something for herself. So shout out to her. And then Amber Nicole, we recently met her as well. Shout outs to her because she's doing big things in the modeling game. I think she's won a couple contests. We recently were at the Philly Fashion Week and saw her there, as well as the fashion show that we covered for
VXX
Apparel. So she's out there doing a lot of good things, and it's really amazing to see women in general out there not only doing their own thing but empowering other women. I love seeing that as a father of 2 daughters. So shout outs to both of them.
And I love that too, obviously. Shout outs to Blasian Baby Lola, because this was also a tight run as well. Blasian Baby Lola, she was such a genuine and pure guest that we had. She was such a sweet, I don't want to say sweet little girl because she's not that young. But she was very sweet, and she talked about how much she's impacting her school, where she's joining clubs to kind of help uplift other teen girls and stop bullying around her area. She also had a whole bunch of deals. She's been working with Five Below. You guys probably have seen her on a few of their, blinger products that they have. And then she also has her own Catfish Baddies, I think it's called, Catfish Baddies, where she does the mock navel piercings. And Amber Nicole, obviously, she's trailblazing in her own right as well. So congratulations to our winner. She actually recently won a new competition with the Loving My Curves with Lisa Ray McCoy, where she will be in a photo shoot with her, modeling off her jeans. She also was with Shirley Ralph with the Divas fashion line as well. And yeah, she's just constantly staying active, doing her thing. So congratulations to Amber Nicole, but shout outs to both ladies. In our 10th category for Best of All the Above Actor and Actress, our nominees were Brett Gray, Jenna Lamb, Mitchell Edwards, and Ye Stratton. And the winner is Ye Stratton! Congratulations!
Another incredible category with another list of well-deserving people. Congratulations to Ye Stratton. And one of the categories we wanted to expand to pretty early after we started having a lot of hip-hop artists or R&B artists or music in general was actors and actresses. And the thing that I like when we have actors and actresses is we often only see the success when they're on TV, or when they're on a show, or when they're in a play or a project. But each and every one of them had their own story about the struggles that it takes and the sacrifice and the hard work and dedication to actually make it. So for those people who want to be actors and actresses, it is not an easy journey. It's a lot of work, a lot of rejection, but they're evidence that if you continue to work, you can persevere. So congratulations to Ye Stratton, but we're going to see incredible things from all of them. Jenna Lamb's created her own series, Ambitious. She actually was nice enough, because my oldest daughter is interested in film and directing, so she invited us to when they were going through the actual table read, and then also one of the shoots. So it was a learning experience. My daughter appreciated it, so shout out to her. Obviously, Brett Gray on My Block. It's one of my daughter's favorite shows too. He's doing an amazing thing. That's on Netflix. And Mitchell Edwards is on a show that I actually am a big fan of, All American, and he's also got a Netflix show. So all of them doing amazing things, but congratulations to Ye Stratton on winning this one.
I agree. I feel like this was a heavy hitters category. We had a lot. All of them are doing amazing things in the film and entertainment industry in their own right. Obviously, like you said with Brett Gray, he has a hit TV show on Netflix right now that's trending, On My Block. And he was gracious enough to come on our show in the midst of his busy schedule. He was like, I didn't even get to eat today, but I'm here. He's like, I brought some water and I'm good. And I was like, okay, there we go. And then obviously Jenna Lamb, she's gonna be a mega producer, I'd say in a few years, if not sooner. She's like a mini Issa Rae. I feel like her Ambitious series is amazing. If you guys haven't seen her trailer, check her out. Check out Ambitious series. That's going to be amazing as well. And then obviously she's a great actress as well. She puts herself in her own project. So you just see everything come to light. Mitchell Edwards, a great friend of mine. He was on All Americans, on the hit Netflix TV show Spinning Out. It's actually on a few things on Netflix. So definitely shout outs to him as well for taking time out of his day. He is obviously based in LA, so when he came to Philly, he was like, hey, I'm coming on the show. So we appreciate that. And then our winner, Ye Stratton, shout outs to you. She is obviously a big trailblazer as well. She constantly is putting out new content. Her Monologue Monday series, definitely check that out. We're gonna put her information below so you guys can follow her, check her out, see everything that she has going on. So our 11th category for Best of All the Above Entrepreneur, our nominees were Chanel Holland from Chocolate Ballerina Company, Moesha and Erica from Unbreakable Me, Simone Roberts, who is also an author and the founder and creator of Through Her Eyes Productions, and we also have Yusuf, Shazam, and DJ A-Cube from Somebody Gotta Do It. And the winner is Unbreakable Me! Congratulations to Moesha and Erica.
Congratulations to Unbreakable Me, Moesha and Erica. I love this category. This category had entrepreneurs who were building businesses, but they all were doing something that was bigger than themselves. Unbreakable Me, our winners, they were really focused on, and their story was one of the most incredible stories that we've had on the show. It's a mother and daughter team, and one of their areas of focus is children who have incarcerated parents. And then, you know, when those parents come out, helping those children and those parents to not only reconnect, but reestablish. And while they're in, the parent may be incarcerated, to keep those kids connected with the parents, because they said something powerful that, you know, just because a parent is locked up, that's still their parent. They still love the kid still loves their parent, still wants to see them. So their story is incredible. You definitely have to follow them and support them, but I love what they were doing. Simone Roberts, she was really focused on young girls and, you know, helping them through life and dealing with different issues and struggles and really building them up. So her focus is amazing as well. Chanel Holland with Chocolate Ballerina. That's another incredible story. She's got a ballet school for young girls, but she calls it Chocolate Ballerina. And I remember her saying that, you know, there's not a lot of ballet dancers that look like us, that look like her. So she was into ballet, learned it, was trained, and wants to be able to expose and give young black girls an opportunity to explore that, who otherwise wouldn't have that opportunity. So shout out to her. And then Somebody's Gotta Do It. They have their clothing line. What else do they have?
Well, there's like 3 parts. They have the clothing line. They also,
I don't want to forget anything. Thank you.
Like I know Shazam does the hype man kind of situations for all of their events. They put on the fashion shows, and then DJ A-Cube is like their official DJ. So it's like a whole bunch of different things that they do for the community, especially around like Temple University.
No, absolutely. So thank you, because I was like, I don't want to miss, like trying to go off the top of my head. I don't want to miss anything. But shout out to every one of them. They're all doing great things. And again, congratulations to Unbreakable Me.
Yeah, and this was a great category as well. And obviously we have a whole list of entrepreneurs that we would have loved to incorporate into those nominations. But the 4 that we narrowed down, it was well deserving. Chanel Holland obviously is a trailblazer within the dance community of Philly. I feel like almost every dancer in Philly knows of Chocolate Ballerina and Chanel Holland. She's doing great things starting from the ground up. She built the school on her own and has been forming resources for all of her dancers. Somebody Gotta Do It, obviously they are a force to be reckoned with, because putting 3 heads is better than 1. So they're doing a lot of things with events, and their fashion line has been doing amazing. I walk down the street and I'll see a stranger just rocking a Somebody Gotta Do It hoodie or a sweater dress or something, just anything of that nature. So they are doing amazing things as well in Philly. Simone Roberts, shout outs to her, because she was actually one of the first guests.
Guest number 2.
Yeah, she was guest number 2 that we had on the show, and then we had to bring her back towards the end of our second year, because, you know, I had to give her a redo once we finally got our voice and our brand together. So shout outs to her. She has a great book about different women who have survived certain situations, whether it be surgeries, abuse, violence. Well, violence and abuse is the same thing, but people who have endured a lot of situations. And then she puts together cafe sessions where she have different performers, poets, activists, vendors, and she's doing a lot of things for the female community as a whole. So shout outs to Simone Roberts as well. And obviously our winners of Unbreakable Me, Moesha and Erica, they are doing amazing in the non-profit community. They are, even still during this whole coronavirus, they are out there, they are helping out the community, they are passing out I think they're passing out like food and clothes in certain situations. I know that they're working with different organizations as well, and the resources that they are providing for incarcerated individuals and their families is just amazing. And they don't ask for a dime from anyone. It's completely financed through them. They ask for donations, obviously. Moesha had talked about providing car services where they get a bus for children to go visit their parents. So just hearing their story and how passionate they are, because obviously they had lived through that situation, is just great. So shout out to you guys. Continue flourishing. And last but not least, our 12th category for Best of All the Above Writer and Poet. Our nominees were Brad Baker, Tasha Sherrill, Blake Melvin, and Otis Brown Jr. And our winner is Blake Melvin. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Blake Melvin. I feel like I've been saying this every time, but another great category with all deserving nominees. Tasha Sherrill. And I love this because it really just reflects the power of the pen, the power of the written word. These people use what they write to make an impact. There's a number of ways creatives can do that. You can do it through, activism, you can do it through music, but they use the power of the written word to make an impact. Tasha Sherrill, with, her poetry, when we had her on, I really respected her and, her focus and what she's about. She's another woman who came on the show and said she was about, breaking trends and not following the crowd with her craft and the way she presents herself. So shout out to her. Blake Melvin, playwright and poet. I remember he was the first, I think, playwright we had. We had a couple. Barry Baker's a playwright too, but after Simone Roberts, who was an author as well, he was the first playwright we had. So I remember that very vividly. Congratulations to him. Brad Baker, we had him on last year, 2019, I believe, and he was putting on a production right here in Philly that he wrote and coordinated from the ground up. I remember he had come right from a rehearsal, and so shout outs to him. That play, I forget, you gotta put it down the link. Go follow Brad Baker. I forgot the name of the play.
I can't remember either.
But I remember it came out last year, did some good numbers, and I've seen clips of it and had an amazing cast. And then Otis Brown, who he had a book that he wrote. Actually, I think it was 2 books, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to remind the folks of those books, go check them out. And also he was working on a documentary. It was a documentary about Black love and Black couples. And he actually said when he starts, getting to the stage where he's really gonna have the interviews, he said he was gonna reach out to me. So I'm still waiting on that. Me and my wife are gonna come. We've been together 20 years, 17 married, so I wanna be on that. But but he wrote, and he's really looking at the Black community from, the family standpoint, and how having strong marriages, couples, and families can really be a positive impact on the Black community to help us with a lot of the other issues. So it was just amazing to see young, talented people using, their written intelligence and how they just can create stories and ideas or explain things that people can pick up and read or see visually. All of them doing great things in different ways.
Yeah, and I love this category too because it just shows how universal, I guess you could say, All the Above is. Because in the beginning, a lot of people thought that All the Above strictly only featured music artists. And just based off of you guys seeing all the different categories that we had today, you see that we love to shine a light on all of the above. We love anybody who is passionate about their craft and whatever they're doing. Shout outs to all of our writers and poets. Obviously, Taisha Cheryl, she had great poetry. She also was a lyricist, so she blended her poetry within her music. Brad Baker, he is an awesome playwright. He had a few stage plays that he created from the ground up, even building the sets, casting everyone. He was day in and day out at the rehearsals. Also, Otis Brown Jr. and his views from the struggle movement was great. He had documentaries where he would go through Connecticut, Baltimore, Philly, and he would do documentaries within the urban communities and feature interviews with people about how their communities have changed within the last few years, how it can be impacted, how we can make it better, and increase the positivity within the neighborhoods, and obviously the Black Love documentaries that he has been doing. He also does charity work for different holidays. I know he does toy drives and blood drives. It's just a lot of amazing things that he does within his organization, Views from the Struggle. So shout outs to Otis Brown Jr. as well. And then our winner, of course, Blake Melvin. He is a great playwright, great poet. He actually featured 2 of his pieces at the end of our show, because you guys know we usually do the Harvey Cash rule. So we switched it up for him, and I think Blake Melvin was the first person who recited one of his poems on our show. Yeah. So that was a great episode as well. Definitely check him out. He's still active. He's doing, well, he can't do performances right now because of coronavirus, but once things are back to normal, I'm sure he's going to be back up and running and active. We're going to put his information below, so make sure you guys follow him, show him some love, congratulate him, and just keep supporting all of our nominees and our winners, because everybody was great. Well, there you have it, guys. That was our best of all the above nominations and our winners revealed. So congratulations to all of our nominees and all of our winners. All of you guys are amazing. We appreciated having you on our show. You have made such an impact on our show as great guests who have made a stamp in this industry. And we just couldn't be happier to have met all of you and to have created something with you guys. And as always, if you guys liked what you saw, definitely push that like button to let us know. And if there's anything that you guys would like to see from us, if there's anything that you've heard today, any of our nominees or our winners that you guys love, just let us know in the comment section. We love to hear your thoughts on everything. And if you guys like what you saw, definitely hit that subscribe button, because you will always receive alerts every time there's a new video being posted.
And actually, before we do close out, I do want to really thank all of our guests. All of them are winners, but when I sort of look back through all of the guests that we've had over the last over 3+ years now, I feel like we're the real winners, because the show is really only as good as the guests that we have on. Yes, Angel Marie's incredible, and we do our first half, but really, I'm really grateful to all of the guests that have come on. They're all amazing people, and we want to support you, but you coming on, you're supporting us as well, and you're taking out time out of your busy day and your schedule to come and share with our listeners. So we appreciate all the guests, we appreciate our listeners, and I really enjoyed it because it was sort of a memory lane, and it's amazing how many guests we have. Just going through everything on a week-to-week basis, sometimes I lose just how many incredible people we've had on. And each and every one of them, I mean, honestly, we were doing all of this off of memory. We didn't have to remember, who said what. So that's really, to me, evidence of the impact that all of you guys have. So thank you again to all of our nominees and the people who weren't even nominees. Thank you all.
And I love that too, because all of our guests in general, a lot of you pretty much came as a stranger to us, and then you left. We all became family. We still stay in touch with a lot of our guests. A lot of our past guests stay in touch with us, and we love that. We like to see and hear what you guys are still up to. We love still sharing everything that you guys are doing on our page. So continue doing that. DM us, tag us in anything that you're doing, because we would love to show our loyal listeners as well. And as always, we thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed this one, because it was a great episode. Shout outs to everybody who was involved. And as always, I'm your girl Angel Marie, and I'm sitting here with my co-host Kevin.
See you guys next time.
See you guys next time.
Wednesdays at 7, Angel Marie and Kevin playing the illest records, bringing us back together. Philly is all season, storming through any weather, leaving the track bleeding. When we pull it together, we applying my pressure.